So, as we've talked about this year being such a great year for a lot of different games that released across all platforms, there was one game in particular that I was not that excited for, and it seems like not a lot of people were either. Now, before we go into how this game kind of flopped, at least by the Steam numbers, I just want to say that this article does not make this game bad, and I'm not saying that this game is bad. I have not played this game, so I don't have an opinion on it. I feel like that's best to get out of the way now, but this really does interest me just because of how this game was set up so well to succeed, a lot more than other games, and it still just didn't do well, again, at least by the Steam metrics. GAMERANT released an article about 9 hours ago stating that this new PlayStation game is performing worse than Concord on Steam. Now, when I read this, it reads like a YouTube title, and I might honestly title this video that just because I think it's so funny. This was actually brought to my attention by somebody I work with, so shout out to you, bro. You know who you are. This is so crazy to me. It says in the key takeaways that LEGO Horizon Adventures struggles on Steam, hitting a peak of 602 players since launch. Now, it says since launch here, but later in the article, it kind of goes into more detail about how that was its launch number and its all-time number. So the wording of this article is a little weird, but it's essentially saying that this game's highest peak was 602 concurrent players upon its launch, and that ever since then, the number has only decreased, with the most recent weekend we just had having a peak of 150 players. Now, if you're like me and you just love comparisons and numbers, Concord's all-time peak on Steam was 697 players. So this game did technically perform worse than Concord. Now again, Steam numbers don't really mean much, because if this article, what it says is true, it shouldn't really mean much to you, because if you like the game, who fucking cares how good it did on Steam? I'm probably still gonna get this game after Black Friday just to play it, because I feel like this game looked pretty interesting. It looked kind of fun, at least to me, mostly because it's a LEGO game. I could really care less about the Horizon franchise because it just doesn't speak to me that way. And I know that it does to a lot of people. So I was really excited for Horizon fans to just be getting a new experience. And again, if we look at the PlayStation Studios all-time high Steam player counts, Sackboy: A Big Adventure had 610 players as its peak. The Until Dawn remake that wasn't that good had 2,607 concurrent players. So this game is one of, if not the lowest, it seems, that a PlayStation/Steam launch has ever had. At least that's what it's looking like. Now again, Helldivers 2 was one of, if not the biggest hits of the year in terms of cross-platform releases for a what seems to be console exclusive that's also coming out on Steam. Now, this one surprises me so much because this game was actually performing pretty well in terms of reviews. I think GameRant, Jesus. I'm pretty sure GameRant themselves gave it like a 70, and from what I've seen, most people thought it was pretty enjoyable. But what surprises me is the fact that this game is a Horizon game, so a pretty big IP for Sony. It was releasing on Switch, PC, and PlayStation 5 all on the same day, and it's a LEGO game. I mean, Guerrilla Games helped Studio Gobo with this game. So I feel like that in itself should really set this game up for success, especially the fact that it's a LEGO game and it's a Switch game. The rule of thumb is like the Nintendo Switch automatically gets you almost 1 million sales just because the console is so widespread, so many people have it, and the fact that it's a LEGO game. I feel like LEGO games, even if they're ass, tend to perform pretty well. Now, again, this article is not talking about sales numbers. It's not talking about anything like that. It's just saying that on Steam, this game performed worse than Concord. And I just find that really funny. Now, I was not really looking forward to this game because it just wasn't for me. And the article actually states that there was actually some confusion amongst people that reviewed the game about who this game was actually for. And I think that's probably the biggest misstep of this game. I don't think that by looking at the trailers, I could confidently say that this is a game for Horizon fans or that this is a game for Lego fans. It's just kind of a game for someone who is interested in both. And maybe that just wasn't a lot of people. Just a quick Google search shows that people did really enjoy this game. Honestly, it probably isn't that bad. This is another one of those videos where I sit here and I kind of just talk to you guys about things like this. I think it's important for people to see these articles because although, yes, somebody will see this and automatically formulate an opinion that this game is worse than Concord in every metric, which is just factually not true. I don't think a game could get worse than Concord, if I'm being completely honest with you. This game just doesn't seem to be what people want, at least on Steam. Now, again, you have to take into account that this is just the Steam numbers and that this doesn't talk about sales in any way. You also have to take into account that this game is not a live service multiplayer game. This is a single/co-op game that maybe you play with your kid and that's it. Now, if I had a kid, I could definitely see myself getting this game. Luckily, I'm 23 years old and I could care fucking less about games made for kids because I just don't have one. Honestly, this might be a great game to get for your kid because I could see this game getting retrospective videos in 10 years talking about how it was a masterpiece by Lego because it's so good. I just don't know because I haven't played the game. Now, please do not take this video as me saying this game is bad. If I see comments about it, I already know I'm going to see fucking comments about it too, which is what bugs me. Please, man, I'm not saying this game is bad. I'm just saying that studios need to not take this stuff seriously, and I think people should not be taking these articles seriously. I'm making this video more to just poke fun at the article because it's literally saying that this game is worse than Concord and then on Steam at the end, which I don't even think you can really see when you're scrolling through. You have to really look at it because all you see is worse than Concord and you're like, ooh, I'm gonna click on it, which I fucking did, and now I'm making a video about it. Oh, I got tricked. God damn it. But yeah, if you played Lego Horizon Adventure, let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what your thoughts about it were, and if somebody gives me a long comment, I'm gonna pin it because that's what I do. I pin the comments that make me the happiest, and I love discussion-based comments. So please let me know how you felt about the game in the comment section down below. While you're on your way there, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and if you didn't like this video, let me know why in the comment section down below. I'm literally just sitting in the middle here. I'm not saying this game is good. I'm not saying this game is bad, so why you would not like it is beyond me. You guys have been killing it on the support recently. Go watch my most recent video. It's one of my favorite videos on the channel. Yada, 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 yada. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys when the next stupid fucking article drops. Peace out.